Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here. Welcome back to our Steelers franchise here. So we are going through the preseason, and this one we made a couple of signings, Kyle Rudolph and Deshaun Jackson. Pretty much looking for that development trait extra. They both have the mentor trait, so we're not going to see at least Deshaun Jackson play a lot, but we'll see probably Rudolph play here and there. Our tight ends are pretty weak. Going into week one of the preseason, taking on the Seahawks, and we are going to be going through all three games of the preseason, kind of seeing the first two quarters, seeing what we have on offense here. We start off on defense. Locke looking over the middle and finds his receiver down at the 45. That's a gain of 21. Looks like to Lockett. Looking here, we got Bush that we're controlling. We're going to be controlling mostly at the line of scrimmage this season as Miles Jack is in the pile to make that stop. Handoff here to Carson, making a move out to the left, and big hit there by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Still a gain of 11. Lock under center now, dropping back, looking, has time. Going to go out to Eskridge, and there is a flag on the play. We know what it is. It always is. It's going to be a roughing the passer call there. What else could it be but a roughing the passer or a hold? This is Madden after all. As Locke gets this one over to Carson on the handoff. Gain of 2. Locke and the shotgun. Fant is on the left side. Looking here. Has time in the pocket and finds DK Metcalf. The best receiver on the Seahawks and arguably one of the best receivers in the NFL. Going to be a handoff out of the shotgun to Carson, cutting it back to the left side, and Fitzpatrick takes him down at the 5. Looking here, another handoff. Carson trying to get there, but stuck. And here is a trick play. Tyler Lockett trying to do a little razzle-dazzle in the backfield on an end around, and it does not get there. Carson gets this one, puts it on the ground, and it was a peanut punch, it looked like. Killebrew has it. Lockett in tow, and he isn't going to catch him. Noah Fant, Drew Lock trying to get there, and it is Killebrew taking it for the touchdown. So we are definitely going to see that play again in the replay. Tackles by Bush. I don't know who knocked it out. We're going to have to see another angle there. But the initial tackle is by Bush, and it is punched out by a defender. And look at everyone trailing. Looks like it was actually punched out by Miles Jack. So great play by the newcomer here as that one's quickly thrown on the left side. Levi Wallace on the tackle. Blocking the next play, going out wide. That's a dangerous throw, but Metcalf boxes out the defender. Under center here, Carson in the backfield, dropping back, looking, has time, dumps it off to Carson on the right side, and trying to have an extra effort for the sticks, but he's going to be a yard short. Quick throw left side here, Noah Fant coming over from that trade from Denver that sent over Russell Wilson. Next play, though, short gain by Carson. On the shotgun, 2nd and 8. Ogunjobi is there in his face. It's popped up and out of the hands of DK Metcalf, and Sutton comes up with that one. Wow. Great defensive play. Metcalf had it in his hands. It looked like it bounced off the helmet of the defender, and Sutton able to play with the tip drill. So Mitch finally seeing him in the offense on 2nd and 8 over to the rookie George Pickens. He's going to be our number 2 receiver. Going to be a play action. Pressure's there all day and hit as he throws. It's going to be an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 handoff to Najee Harris. Najee Harris, that big body, that strength, only gains 2. So 3rd and 8. Mitch looking. Going to put it on the outside, and that just barely misses. Maybe a dangerous throw and an interception, but it's just out of play. Sean Jackson is going to be our punt and kick returner, and he's off to the 30, to the 40, trying to beat the kicker, not able to beat him, and down at the 45. He has some electric carries in this preseason, some electric returns. So now we're going to see Kenny Pickett here in the second quarter on 3rd and 8. And Austin dropped the ball. That's going to be a highlight of the preseason. A lot of drops and a lot of short passes, which I just did not get. Kind of messing with the passing mechanics. We passed a lot in this game just because of the sole fact that we wanted to evaluate what we had at receiver. And this one's insane as it's knocked up, and good concentration by Milton, the receiver. Dropping back here, looking, and that is knocked out of the intended tight end there. Eason at quarterback, and that's on the outside. 3rd and 4. Eason looking, gonna give it off here, and that is a catch. That can't be Lockett out there still. He's looking, has time, going short, and well, it's there all day long, leaving that guy open. We leave him open again. I think that's Godwin, actually. Hand off the outside there, and that will be a first down. That is Rashad Penny as he goes to the outside, and what a move by the receiver. Good route, Eason. Good delivery. We're lucky to make a play on that. So we got a 1st and goal. Penny in the I formation, 3 tight end set. It's going to be a play action, and he finds his man. Kobe Parkinson lined up on the left side as a tight end. We're coming later in the drive, 3rd and 4. We're going to be bouncing around here as Pickett over the middle, and I just did not put enough air to get it over the receiver. That's kind of the example of what I mean. We threw a lot of picks with Pickett, but we were just kind of seeing what he had and what his accuracy was. So Eason later on the drive in the 4th quarter, and Killebrew has his 2nd turnover. This one's an interception, though, as opposed to a fumble recovery for a touchdown. We do end up losing this game, although it is preseason, so nothing to panic at this point. We're not panicking, but we did a lot of evaluation this preseason, particularly the offensive line. We saw a little bit with Pickett. I like what our receivers have given us, and here we are with the Jaguars. George Pickens, that's what I'm thinking. I'm loving with George Pickens, and that kind of makes Claypool a possible man out. In this, later on, you'll see that I forgot to use, when I created the franchise, I forgot to use the current rosters. I used the preseason rosters. So that was when the base game was out. That's before Baker Mayfield was traded over to the Panthers. And so there's going to be a lot of players that are hurt in that roster switch, but I decided that we would evaluate based on these preseason games in the first place. As Mitch here dropping back quick over the middle to Claypool. On 1st and 10, Mitch looking, dump off again. Claypool underneath. We're just seeing him all day underneath. Little 3 tight end set here. Najee Harris cannot get the edge. It was set for him. Nice 2nd and long. Mitch going, and that's going to be picked off. And this will be returned for a pick 6. If you did not know, Mitch Trubisky in the regular season is the only quarterback on any active roster that's not a rookie or that has been a starter on an active roster that has not thrown a pick 6 in his career. He threw so many picks in Chicago at times that I thought he had a pick 6, but he did not. Or maybe he threw a pick 6 last season with the Bills, so that's possible as well. As we were just assaulted under pressure the entire game. This one was turnover galore. Our line couldn't hold. We had a couple of guys banged up for the remainder of this game. Pretty much more than half of our starting offensive line got banged up. Luckily, it was only a short injuries, i.e. only for this game. As Mitch give it to Najee Harris, and Najee Harris, though, was the only big bright spot in this game. He rushed all over the place, and it kind of shows, but it does not show with my accuracy. That was just a bad decision by me. Mitch dropping back, looking. Another bad decision by me. Throwing picks, trying to force it into Deontay Johnson. And well, at this point, we were just dominated by the Jaguars. There's nothing really to write home about this, but we do have a couple good shining things also on the defense, as Miles Jack just was amazing in this preseason. Shows why we signed him, or the Steelers in real life signed him, because the guy is all over the place, making interceptions, forcing fumbles, getting tackles. I mean, we also had the fact that Devin Bush is on a contract year. So we do have some decisions to make, especially with the salary cap, how that will kind of be in the next couple of years. It's Najee Harris up the middle. And again up the middle. Najee Harris. Big gain there to the 27. He almost had 100 yards before the half. So, I mean, we were getting it pretty good. And then Mitch, well, Mitch being Mitch. But that's George Pickens being George Pickens with those long arms and big hands, hauling that one in. But we just could not punch it in quickly. We were all over the field, and just, I think goal line success is just going to be an issue with us if we aren't running the football. Now, traditionally during the season, I would run this with Najee Harris being at the 2, but we wanted to see where our passing game could be, and it was not good in the goal line. I think if we end up having that, it'll be one of the worst goal line offenses in the league. But here it is a fumble, and Ogunjobi looking Connor can't catch him, and the big man Larry Ogunjobi takes it to the house. We were in this game for the most part, for most of the game, but just could not get it done when it mattered. But it is preseason, so we were more worried about evaluations and players more than anything. See a good shot of Larry Ogunjobi there. As we're going to see a little bit of Kenny Pickett here looking. Has some time by creating it, and Benny Schnell there for the first down. Under center, a little misdirection. Snell able to run on this defense. There's another injury. Like I said, we had a bunch of one-game injuries in this one. Play action looking. Pickett has time. And that is dropped by Anthony Miller, who in real life is injured and will be injured in the roster we go with later, but that's an inexcusable drop. Pickett looking, has to dump it off to Schnell, and Schnell on first down gains 5. Dropping back again, looking, quick throw over the middle. Anthony Miller does pick up that one for the first down. Be a handoff. Good blocking. Benny Schnell working inside the 10, down at the 9. Again, we had success in the run game, but we want to test this passing game here in the goal line offense, and we're panicking. I'm panicking. Get square open in the back of the end zone. James Daniels goes down the remainder of the game. Pickett, play action, looking, has time, finds his man, Schnell trying to get to the end zone, but just can't. And we run our fun little route with Pickens. He has time, but look at this. He does not get both feet in bounds. He does not get both feet in bounds. Looking at the replay, they didn't even challenge this either, as I waited to call the next play for the automatic challenge. And in fact, he did not actually get both feet in bounds. I thought he did. Like, he catches it there. His left foot doesn't hit the ground until he's on the line. But we have some fun times with Ogunjobi, though, as we take a pick off that screen. Having some fun here on defense. But ultimately, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Jacksonville takes this one 34-20, I believe. So here we go. The team that everyone wants to play at the end of the preseason to get a little confidence. We're at home taking on the Detroit Lions here. In this game, there wasn't enough. I mean, I'd be here all day with the highlights. We completely dominated the Lions in this one. We had some great plays on offense, great plays on defense. We let Kenny Pickett play with the ones. You'll see a little bit of that, but Detroit's going to start on offense first, and there's DeAndre Swift. Big run for 15, We struggle with the run with a fast back like him. I am sorry if we have to play Saquon Barkley, as that's a big stiff arm there by Williams. Yeah, Saquon, though, if we play him, he's just going to kill us like Saquon always does. I just struggle with stopping him. Is Goff out of the shotgun, 2nd and 10. Looking. Man, he had that tight end open and he dumps it off. So again, going on the outside, Levi Wallace is ready to receive that pass. Better than, was it Equinomius St. Brown? I'm probably mispronouncing that. Or no, that's Amon-Ra St. Brown on the Lions. His brother is on the Bears. As Mitch looking, try to has some time, but puts the ball on the ground. Actually, I think we might have been dominated by the Lions on defense, at least the first part of this game. Look on the outside here, that is thrown. And, well, on 2nd and goal, this defense and goal line is just so good. As Goff is looking, time going, and has to throw it out the back of the end zone. It's 3-0 here. Mitch looking, going short over the Claypool. We do have a couple injuries that did happen when I simmed, like resimmed the preseason. Claypool being one of them. He's out for a couple of weeks, so that means Austin is going to get the start in the slot and see what he can do. Snell gets a good one. Also, Najee Harris was out with turf toe in this game, so we're going to see all of Blake Snell with the ones. As Mitch looking, rolling on the outside, has some time and runs for a short gain. Mitch looking, quick pass left side to Pickens, and that will be a first down. We moved the ball underneath fairly well. It's just when we were throwing deep, we had trouble. And I think that's one where I need to put a touch pass, and I'm just not proficient with the touch pass system yet. We'll get there. But this one is just a bad pass by Goff. Dropping back, looking, has time. There's a touch pass by Goff. That's exactly what I wanted on my side. As he breaks a couple of tackles and glitching through Bush until Miles Jack brings him down. Dropping back here, looking, has time, and that's knocked away by Bush. Goff under center. Tight end left side in the line. A lot of quick routes, and that's to throw it away. 3rd and 10 looking. Pressure up the middle, and that's thrown away. I mean, we were all over him when they had the ball, but this is just Mitch being Mitch. Missing the accuracy there. As we have to step up, and there's nowhere to go. Just beat all over the line. 3rd and 15. Mitch looking. And this is the pass we wish Mitch would make time and time again. Deontay Johnson, first down, gain of 16. Looking here under center. Looking, stepping up in the pocket when I probably shouldn't have, and we had a receiver open underneath. That's Michael Brockers with the sack. So back to a 2nd and 15. We're going to hand it off to Schnell. Schnell has the edge on the outside. Going to barrel down to the 40. Mark him down to 39. First down. Let's go, Mitch. Looking for a drive here, and that is thrown over to Schnell. Flag on the play. I mean, what else could it be than holding a roughing the passer? And of course, the holding. That's on Okafor. Now we're back to a 1st and 20 now. Of a 1st and 15. Looking, Mitch throwing across his body. Finds Deontay Johnson. First down and more. Down to the 24. This drive was plagued by penalties and just negative plays, but somehow able to actually overcome those as Johnson has the first down again. Mitch, little I formation, trying to give it to Schnell, and well, Anzalone is there. On 2nd down, Mitch looking, stepping up in the pocket, finds Claypool. Claypool is just swarmed by a bunch of Lions at the 1. We hand it off to Schnell, though, next play, and he doesn't make it. We're going to go for it here. We're going to put Pickens in our magical little play. We love that play. Pressure all in Mitch's face, and Pickens has a touchdown. So George Pickens. It's his time to shine as the number 2. Hand off to Swift. The hole is covered by Bush. 2nd and 9, looking. As time throws, and there's Miles Jack showing up again. Like I said, he showed up in all of these preseason games. And well, this one was no exception. So just didn't see him. I don't know what Goff is seeing there, but just sits down in his space, and well, that is a Miles Jack interception. So Mitch out here looking. As time, going to go short to Snell, breaking a tackle. Big hit on him. He's able to hold on to the football. 2nd and 1. Snell up the middle. Another first down. Mitch looking. Shifts because of that blitz, and Fry moves into the end zone. We were able to complete passes underneath short. And well, we played decently well in this one. When we go later on in the game, we had some silliness happen, which I just had to have in here. And that is a peanut punch. And then the ball is rolling around. And it's none other than TJ Watt taking it for a touchdown. But we ended up winning this game. Not much with the rest of the game. Kind of mediocre. We saw a little bit of Kyle Rudolph later. So I kind of wanted to see him before we traded him, which he will be the one we trade. So let's get into the roster cuts. All right, guys. So I had to redo this because we did have to do some cuts into this. And it was kind of messy because in the first time I made some trades and I'm like, we haven't even started the season yet. So maybe making trades right now isn't the best idea. So I'm back here doing the cut portion. So at least you'll be able to see this. And then we'll go into a couple guys that we did end up signing. It's going to be the fact that we couldn't get Kyle Rudolph or Mark Ingram, so we went with Adrian Peterson and you'll see the other tight end. Other than that, everything's the same as before. We got a couple new injuries, but we'll be all good. So we got Cam Newton in here. We're going to trade Mason Rudolph before this, so that's the one trade that I am going to make, is the Mason Rudolph trade. Warren, we're going to move on the practice squad. McFarland, we're going to keep him. This is the 4 running backs we're going to go with. Obviously, we're going to keep Derek Watt. Here in the receivers, I want to keep 3. We also have 2 injured receivers as well. White's just not fast enough, so we're going to cut White. I'm going to cut Blake. I'm going to cut Gunner. So we'll go in with 5, and we have 2 receivers that are injured right now. For tight end, Derek Courier is the one that we ended up signing. We're going to put a Howard on the practice squad, and I think we're going to go in with 4 tight ends at this point. Over at left tackle, we're going to cut Trent Scott. We might return back to Joe Haig. I don't know. Kendrick Green has played some center, and although it didn't work out, we're going to move him back to center. We have some faith with this new coaching staff, so we'll kind of see. Mason Cole signed a actual pretty good contract, so Hassenmeyer is going to be out for Hassener. James Daniels here at right guard. Over at tackle, we are going to cut both Chaz Green and John McGew. At end, we're going to put Leal's going to be a defensive tackle, so I'll move him over there. As for the other ones, Loudermilk is going to be on the practice squad. So is Carlos Davis. Do you have James Fodders and Jared Avery? We're going to stick with Avery. Sorry, Voders, you're out of here. For the linebackers, we're going to stick with Miles Jack, Devin Bush, Robert Spillane, and Buddy Johnson. It means Marcus Allen is on the outs. Mark Robinson, let's put him on the practice squad, and then Christian Kuntz is out. At right, we are going to put on the practice squad Rondale Carter. Going into corner, so we want to take Witherspoon, Joe Hayden, may or may not play. We'll kind of see. We'll keep Wallace, Sutton, Pierre, Lane, and we're going to cut Arthur Mallet and Lyndon Stevens. Going into free safety, we got Fitzpatrick, Casey, Norwood. We are going to move Steiner on the practice squad. KZ was just signed, so I mean that tackle kind of concerns me on Norwood, so we're going to move him to the practice squad. At strong safety, we're going to keep it like that. So we are going to trade Mason Rudolph, and that'll put us under the roster more than likely. We might make one more cut as well, depending. After that, I'm not sure what's going to hit the free agent. I'm not sure if the free agent block is kind of opened up. It has. So we're going to send Mason Rudolph over to the Cowboys for a 6th round pick. They need a backup for Dak in case he goes down. And they will take that one. So high value age. I mean, I think that's a good exchange between us and the Cowboys. And then we're down at 53 there. So we've made our cuts. The guys that are likely going to be on the chopping block at first as we go through the depth chart. And these will be our week 1 starters as we go through. And Nichols, that's a 1-week injury. I don't know. There's one thing I do have to do before I end this episode, and that is put Deshaun Watson at punter. We just not play until week 12. And if he ends up being cut, what we'll do is I will go back in the game. I will become the owner of the Browns. We'll go into the Browns. We'll sign Deshaun Watson, give him the right contract. And we'll go from there. Before we here's his contract. Is that, bro, is that real? That can't be real. That can't be real. Bruh. That's not right. What? Holy sh... That... Dude, that's legit. Oh my god, that is legit. His cap hit next year is 54 million. Holy... Wow. Jesus. That's going to be interesting. So that means this man right here is going to be seeing free agency, which means we will probably bring Greedy Williams over in free agency 100%. So that'll be it for this episode, guys. Thank y'all for joining me. Go and leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.